See, it's
We're live, ain't we?
yeah, we're live right now. But this part needs to just slide over, and I don't know how to do it, but it's all right.
You gotta be under blue or green.
Blue.
Clayton Wessinger.
All right, this is going to be our first sound check. Lorenzo Pettiford coming to you live from the field. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. This sound check is on mic number 2. This sound check's on mic number 2. Testing 1 2 3. There we are. Good evening, Lady Trojan basketball fans, and welcome to Game 16 for your 8-7 Bobby Jones-led Newcastle Green Mean Fighting Trojan Machine. Our Lady Trojans had their 4-game losing streak snapped on the road at number 13 in 4A basketball by East Central 54-33. That was the 6th time that Newcastle has played a top 15 ranked opponent out of their 15 games. Tonight will be the 7th time that they'll go to a ranked opponent, and they'll take on a very good number 11 in 2A basketball, the Royals of Eastern Hancock, and their 6-year head coach, Lindsey Shaw. This Lady Trojans team will need to play good on both sides of the basketball court in order to stay close with this good Royals team. Newcastle has seen a lot of good opponents this year. This arguably could be their best. This team, speaking of the Royals, has put up over 75 or more points 4 times this year, and their highest output was at Westdale when they won, believe this, folks, 92-8. Yes, 92-8 was that final score. So, Newcastle taking on the Royals on their home court tonight here inside the Fieldhouse in beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. So let the round ball fly high. Newcastle's Trojans basketball will start now. Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen, and always a special hello to my young kiddos that may be tuning in for Lady Trojans basketball this Tuesday night. The Royals come in with that impressive 12-4 record in 2A basketball. They are ranked number 11 currently in Class 2A. And I told you earlier in my initial opening that 4 times they have went over 75 points or more, 3 times over 80 or more, and that high output at the very beginning of the season at Westdale, 92-8 was that final score. Last year, the Royals were 21-4, and they lost the sectional championship game to a good Heritage Christian team, 46-36. You don't have to go back too far to find the latest success by the Royals of Eastern Hancock. In 2023, they were 25-2, and they lost the semi-state championship game to Brownstown Central that year, 45-29. And the year before that, in 2022, they were 23-4, and they lost the first game of the semi-state to North Knox, 60-57. So Lindsey Shaw is now in her 6th year at the program, and she's amassed a record of 47 wins and 76 losses. Our Newcastle Trojans come in with an 8-7 record, having their 4-game win streak snapped. They had beat Franklin County, Hamilton Heights, Lebanon, and Centerville to win those 4 games in a row in the first time in some 5 years. And then they lost to number 13 in 4A basketball, East Central, 54-33 earlier this week. As always, I had a chance to sit down with the head skipper himself, Bobby Jones of our Lady Trojans, to talk about that tough road loss and having his 4-game win streak snap, and then previews tonight's matchup against number 11 in 2A basketball, the Royals of Eastern Hancock. And here's Bobby Jones. It's time to talk to head coach Bobby Jones about our Lady Trojans. And, Coach, you guys have been playing some good basketball as of late. You had a 4-game win streak going into a very good team on the road at East Central. They're ranked number 13 in 4A basketball for a reason. They snapped your 4-game winning streak 54-33.
Very physical team. It was an hour and 15, 20-minute bus ride, and I felt like our girls were ready to go at the beginning of the game, and East Central just came out and smacked us right in the face. They're very physical on defense. They deny just about every pass, and every time you try to go to the basket or cut to the basket, you've got a body on you. So not your typical varsity girls basketball team from a physicality standpoint. They're really exceptional in that department, and that's why they've won 15 games.
you stepped up in class going to 4A basketball. They're ranked number 13, and I'm a firm believer in playing some 4A schools. And this schedule that you have, Coach, my gosh, that was your 6th or 7th opponent that's ranked in their respective classes in the top 15. So good, tough schedule this year, but that's only going to make you better.
Yeah, and our girls are competing. You know, they're right there. After the loss to East Central, I told our athletic director the combined record of the 7 teams that have beaten us is 83-24, and 7 of those teams are state ranked. 7 teams on our schedule are state ranked. So, you know, we're playing a good schedule. Our girls are competing. They're hanging in there. We've got 7 games here left on the schedule that we feel are very, very winnable if we play up to our capabilities, and that's what we intend to do.
Yep, tonight won't be an easy task as you'll go against another pretty much top 10 team in 2A basketball, Eastern Hancock Royals, and they've got an outstanding player. I think it's Coach Cook, averaging 26 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists a game, and she's only a junior is the scary part.
She's exceptional. Talent like her doesn't come along very often. She's just really smooth. I watched their Greensburg game, and they face guarded her the entire game, and then every time she came off a ball screen, they double teamed her, and she was scoring with 2 people in her face and getting to the free throw line. So she's a very, very good basketball player, probably the best guard that we're going to play all year long on our schedule. So we've got to figure out a way to slow her down. We're not going to stop her, but we've got to slow her down. Last year when we played Eastern Hancock, I think it was an 8-point game, and she just kind of took over in the fourth quarter. She's a very good rebounder. Matter of fact, she's probably their leading rebounder. She crashes the boards pretty hard. So we're going to have to figure out a way to keep her off the boards, but at the same time slow her down.
What's going to be some of the keys in slowing her down when you play some box and one, some man-to-man, mix-up zones? What's going to be the defensive strategy?
Well, we're going to see how hard she wants to work to get open. So we're going to face guard her some. We're going to trap her a little bit. You know, maybe coming off the ball screens, do the same thing Greensburg did, trap her, make her give the ball up. But like I said, we've just got to slow her down. And they've got another guard, number 2, Sotelo. She had a good game against us last year. She's like the Energizer Bunny. Between her and Cook, I don't know how many steals they've got between the 2 of them, but they're always active on defense. So we've really got to do a good job of taking care of the basketball. And then, you know, the third thing is, we've got to rebound. I felt like if there was a positive to take from the East Central game, I did think that we did a pretty good job rebounding the basketball against a very physical basketball team. So if we can, you know, carry that over into tonight's game, I like our chances.
Coach, we've got less than 2 weeks of high school girls basketball, 12 days before the tournament draw show, I should say. So in 12 days, you'll have the draw show. You'll know the path that you'll need to be successful in this year's tournament draw. But hard to believe 12 days away, that tournament draw show will let everybody know their path.
Yeah, we've got 2 games this week. We've got 3 games next week, and then we end the season with 2 games. So 7 games in 3 weeks, and it's almost like they're right back to back. You know, I feel like we're in a good spot right now. We've had 4 good practices going into tonight's game, and some of our younger players are starting to turn the corner in practice and get a little more aggressive and a little more assertive on the offensive end. And we've been able to simulate things a little bit better from a defensive standpoint in practice. So hopefully those things will help us get over the hump tonight against a very good Eastern Hancock team. But you know, you got to be playing your best basketball at the end of the season. I feel like we're almost there.
I'm looking at the scorebook that you've got placed out in front of me, Coach, and Alana Orr's been coming off the bench providing that. Okay, those were the comments of head coach Bobby Jones. We got to get to the starting lineups. We'll start off, first of all, for the Royals of Eastern Hancock. Number 1, Mackenzie Cook is a 5'9 junior, averaging a team high 26 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. Number 2 is the 5'6 junior, Bellows Sotelo. Sotelo is averaging 12 points, 2.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists. Number 14 is Kirsten Judd. She's a 5'11 senior, just under 7 points and 4 rebounds a game. Number 22 is Aubrey Winnington. She's a 5'5 sophomore, 1 point and 1 rebound per game. And rounding out their starting 5 is Addison Trackwell, 5'9 senior, 3 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist a game. So it's Trackwell, Winnington, Judge, Sotelo, and Cook, your starting 5 for the Royals of Eastern Hancock. Tonight, Bobby Jones is switching up his lineup just a little bit because of the play of an outstanding 5'4" junior guard, Alana Orr, who had been coming off the bench as of late, will get back in the starting rotation. Again, Alana Orr, the 5'4" junior, 7 points, 1.5 rebounds, and 1 assist a game. That was the person we were talking about before we had to end that interview short. Bobby Jones says Alana Orr has earned the right to get back in the starting lineup with their outstanding play, and I could not agree more. Number 25, the 6-foot junior, is Mallory Owens. Mallory averaging 4 points and 4 rebounds per contest. Number 13 is Megan Luce, the 5'6" senior, averaging 8.5 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Her twin sister, Emily Luce, is a 5'5" senior. She's averaging 7 points, 4 rebounds, and a team high 5 assists per contest. She is the playmaker. And number 2, the 5'9" sensational sophomore, Carly Lanzer. Lanzer is averaging a team high 14.5 points, 5 rebounds, which leads the team in that area as a guard, and 2 assists per game. So it's Orr, Owens, Megan Luce, Emily Luce, and Carly Lanzer. Your starting 5 tonight for head coach Bobby Jones, now in his 3rd year. The 3 men in charge of tonight's contest wearing the black and white uniform: Joe Clayton, Joe Brewer, and Ryan Barr. Brewer, Barr, and Clayton, again, your 3 men wearing the black and white uniforms tonight. So Newcastle, with that 8-7 record, 1 game above 500, had their 4-game winning streak snapped on the road at number 13 in 4A basketball, East Central 54-33, whereas Eastern Hancock has won 3 games in a row 2 times this season. They're going for their 3rd time this season. With the win tonight, they will have 3 different win streaks. They're coming off 2 good wins against Blue River, 54-44, and Union County, 49-47. Barr's in the center circle. He throws it up, and it's going to be controlled by the Royals, and we're underway. Lady Trojans basketball. The Trojans will open up in a lady-to-lady defense. A missed shot by the Royals, and Emily Luce will bring down the first team rebound. Here's the Trojans' first offensive touch. Left side to go to Lanzer. Guarded tightly. A little bit of a bump right out of the gate. Doesn't get called. Here is Orr, top of the key. 3 ball off the mark, and Lanzer had it but lost it. So the rebound will come down to the Royals. Quickly, a long pass down. That is to Trackwell. Trackwell can't do anything with it. So now Trackwell gets it back. She will give it to Cook, I should say. It's spelled K-O-C-H, but it's pronounced Cook. She is an outstanding player. And so is Sotelo, number 2. But it's going to be Trackwell from the right corner, and she will knock down a 3. She came in shooting 4 out of 31. Only 13%. Well, she'll knock down her 5th one of the year there. Megan Luce, top of the key to sister Emily. Trojan second offensive series here to start the game. Just underway, 6 minutes and 40 seconds left in the entire first quarter. The Royals are in a 2-3 zone. Here's Lanzer. Back to Emily Luce. Right side she goes. Goes to Lanzer on the right block. No good. Rebound Royals. Sotelo with it, attacking from the right side. Gets cut off. She throws a lazy pass that Megan Luce almost had, and still Orr will get. First turnover on the Royals. Here's Megan Luce going in for an uncontested layup, and she will get the first 2 for Newcastle. Newcastle opening up in some 2-2 full court zone press defense. Sotelo breaks it herself from the right block and will score. She averages 12 points a ball game, and it's 5-2 Royals. Make that Emily Luce. Now Lanzer to Mallory Owens, almost travels, and Sotelo will knock it out of bounds on that left wing area. off the Royal player, so it'll be Newcastle basketball. Lorenzo Pettiford, Ryan James, bringing you Lady Trojans basketball this Tuesday night edition. Glad to have you on board with us. Emily Lewis looks over the 2-3 zone defense, left side to Lanzer. Lanzer fakes, gives to Emily. Now back to Carly on the left wing. Bounce pass into Owens, spins and pivots to Megan. Now Emily down the lane, kicks it out to sister Megan. Three will be good. Megan Luce with all 5 of the Trojans' points. We got our first tie at 5 all in the opening quarter. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left. Driving down the left side, they lose it. Second turnover on the Royals. Here's a fast break opportunity for Newcastle. Lanzer's left-handed shot up is blocked by Cook. Sotelo and Cook will go in, and it will be Sotelo with the uncontested layup. That is the Trojans' first turnover of the opening quarter. The lead is at 2 for Eastern Hancock, 7-5. Newcastle breaks the pressure. Down low to Mallory Owens. Her shot was blocked, but she was fouled. That's the way to break the full court pressure. Get a nice pass to your center at the right block. Mallory Owens, she'll go to the line to shoot too. Mallory shooting 68%, 13 out of 19 on the season. She has 2 here. First one is up and good. Mallory will have one more. That, by the way, is first foul on the Royals is going to go on their star player, Mackenzie Cook. She'll pick up her first, the team's first. Mallory's second free throw is up and, in and out, no good. But the Royal player came across the free throw line too soon. So Mallory will have one more attempt to try to give Newcastle their 7th point and tie it up. This free throw is off the back of the rim, no good, but Lanzer gets that rebound. Right corner to Megan, out to sister Emily, left wing Lanzer, right side Megan. And Cook will kick that out of bounds, and it will be Trojans basketball. Cook has really kind of bulked up and got some strength to her since last year, watching her as a sophomore. She's a junior now, one of the state's best guards, averaging 28 a game. Left side, it's Orr. Thought about it, won't shoot the 3. Now Owens, inside out beautifully by Newcastle. Orr with the drive, one-handed shot up, no good. There's a tie-up on the rebound. Alternating arrow will keep it with the Trojans. Good hustle by Carly Lanzer, tying up Cook underneath. Gives Newcastle another chance to score. Here's Orr, open right side, 3 ball, got it. Alana Orr, you give her that much room and she'll make you pay. 9-7 is your score. Lady Trojans up 2. Left side, the Royals go to Trackwell, now out to Cooley, who was checked in, the freshman. Cook between the legs dribble to Cooley, left corner 3 is good. They've got multiple players that can knock down that 3 ball. That freshman is one of them, coming off the bench, averaging 6 a ball game. She shoots abysmal 16% from the 3 ball arc. She's taken 73 and only has hit 12. Until then, she hit her 13th. Emily loose. Right side to Orr. Did not launch. Now top of the key. Sister Megan will, and that will be off the back of the rim. But Orr's there for a rebound. Back up, no good. Carly's there for a rebound. Back up, and she will get 2 free throws. Could not convert because she was fouled. So Carly Lanzer will go to the line for the first time tonight. Lanzer is shooting 71% on the season, 49 out of 69. Newcastle doing a great job on the offensive boards here in the opening quarter. Lanzer's first is up and good. She will have one more to give Newcastle their first lead tonight. Tied at 5, tied at 10, and Lanzer will look to take the lead on this free throw. Trojans have the lead. 11-10 is your score. 3:08 left in the opening quarter. Cook says, let's do the twirly motion on offense. Dribbles to the left wing. Now she will launch a three. That will be missed badly, but the Royals are there. Pounding that offensive glass was Kirsten Judd. She gets tied up by a Trojan. Alternating arrow will keep it with the Royals. 23, Cooley has checked out. 21, Clara Wallace has checked in. Sotelo, left corner to Cook. She gets double teamed, tries to split it, and will be fouled. That foul will go on Alana Orr. That's Alana's first and the team's first. Checking in will be Piper Arthur on the next dead ball. Sotelo with, she walked, no call, and will hit a three. That's horrible. She traveled all over the place, and instead she'll get away with the three ball. Full court pressure Royals. Trojans break it. Owens in the left corner. Out to Megan loose. Now Lanzer's got it. Back to Megan. Drives the left baseline. Shot is up. Loses it. And she gets it back. And the Royals almost had it. Lanzer's going to launch a three and hit. That's the way to get out of trouble, is let Lanzer launch away from the left wing area, knock down a trifecta. Trojans back up one, 14-13. 2 minutes left in the opening quarter. 2 minutes left in the opening quarter. Royals basketball, trailing by one. Oh, they're going to call a foul. That's on Orr to be her second. I did not like that call. Going for the loose ball on the court was Alana Orr. She got two quick ones now, so she will come out. Piper Arthur will come in. Arthur, who's averaging 6 points a ball game, was starting. Cook on a drive will pull up for the 5-footer and get bumped. This foul will be on Mallory Owens. So going to the free throw line for the first time tonight is the 5'9" all-star junior player, Mackenzie Cook. 79% from the free throw line, 62 out of 78. She will hit her first. Again, averaging 26 points a ball game, 8 rebounds. She can do it all. She'll also dish out 5 assists. She will go 2 for 2 in that set. And the Royals recapture the lead, 15-14. Newcastle breaks the full court pressure. Lanzer almost lost it in the left corner. Having some trouble issues. Now, Megan loose. People thought Lanzer might have double dribbled, but it was deflected out of her hand, so she had the right to dribble away. Emily Luce on a take. Left side runs into the brick wall of Kirsten Judd. And they're going to say Judd moved on that. Or Sotelo actually fouled from behind. So Emily Luce going to the line where she is shooting 45%. 13 out of 29 will make her first. She will have one more. Another tie. We've been tied at, it's something about the fives. Tied at 5 all, tied at 10, and was tied at 15 until Emily Luce breaks that tie, knocking down her second free throw in a row. 16-15. Lady Trojans have the lead. 1:15 left in the third quarter. Inside they go to Judd, who almost lost it, gets it back. Now she will do a left-hand hook shot, no good. Rebound Newcastle. Emily Luce with the rock. Will go to Piper Arthur. Arthur to Mallory Owens. Owens out to Emily Luce. Now it's Megan Luce back to sister Emily. 45 seconds left in the opening quarter. Left side, Emily Luce. Lanzer, top of the key. Three's in the air. Got it. Lanzer with her second three ball. Newcastle now leads 19-14 or 15 with 25 seconds left here in this opening quarter. The Royals may go for one here. That's a wild pass. Stolen. Megan Luce has got it. Off to the races. Megan will go in from the right side. That shot was blocked. Little bit of contact. but the ref said not enough to blow the whistle. So it's 16.2 seconds left on the first quarter clock. Newcastle will try to improve on their 4-point lead. Lancer will inbounds. Throws it all the way out to Megan Luce. High right side. Right wing to Emily Luce. Emily to Piper Arthur. Here's a three. Look, that will lodge between the rims. Alternating arrow will keep it with Newcastle. 9 seconds left. So that's another break for Newcastle. Getting the alternating arrow. And Bobby Jones says he'll call a timeout with 9 seconds left in the quarter to draw something out. Give us a chance to take care of our good sponsors like Broad Street Motors. Newcastle basketball could not come your way without the great sponsorship of Broad Street Motors. They do tune-ups, computer diagnostics, oil changes, brakes, shocks and struts, heat and AC repair, all that and much, much more when it comes to keeping your car running the best it ever has. Take it to Broad Street Motors when those troubles pop up. They're located at 1556 Broad Street in beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. Broad Street Motors in Newcastle, where performance meets peace of mind. So, the Indiana Hoosiers football team will try to win a national championship this Monday, 7:30 in Florida. And they'll take on the number 10 Miami Hurricanes, who get to play pretty much at home in the city of Miami. Number 10 Miami, number 1 IU. The right to call. Whoever wins that game call themselves the national champs. Here we go, 9 seconds left. Loose. Inbounds inside. The ball is knocked around. Lanzer, it's a scrum. And they say the Royal player grabbed it with their foot on the end line, so it'll be Newcastle basketball with 4.6 seconds left. Megan Luce. Into the paint, will attack and score. Megan Luce saw that opening, and the Royals did not respond, so Megan Luce will go in and score right before the end of the first quarter gun, and the Trojans will lead 21-15 at the end of one. We will now take our end of the quarter break and come back with second quarter action. It's the Lady Trojans 21, Hamilton Southeastern Royals 20, and we'll be back after this commercial break.
Coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field, too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
Back we are to action here inside the Fieldhouse in an always beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. Trojans lead 21-15 against the number 11th ranked in 2A basketball Royals of Eastern Hancock, and driving down the left side of the lane is their star player, Mackenzie Cook, drawing a foul against Piper Arthur, and I thought that foul happened before the shot. That's what Bobby Jones is saying. Cook at the line where she is 2 for 2 tonight. She will go 3 for 3, has not yet scored a field goal. All 3 of her points coming for the line. She will have one more in this set. And it is off the back of the rim, no good. Lanzer with that rebound. Right side, Piper Arthur. Ball gets stripped out of Arthur's hands, and that's the Trojans' second turnover of the ball game. Cook behind the back dribble. High right side to Sotelo. Sotelo will back it out to the Trojan emblem, go to the left side, throw it away. Nice steal, Megan loose. That is their first turnover in the quarter, fourth of the ball game. Piper Arthur into the paint. A nice strong drive, misses the shot, and the rebound will come down to the Royals. And a nice fast break. They outlet the Cook. She throws it right back to Sotelo, and she will score. 21-18. Trojans up 3. Emily loose, left side to Megan. Three's in the air. It's good. Megan with her second trifecta, leading all scores now with 10 points is Megan loose. She came in shooting 31% from the arc, 18 out of 58. Newcastle has tied their largest lead of 6, 24-18, and the Royals turn it over. Nice pass to Owen. She'll kick it out to Arthur. Arthur will go top of the key to Megan. Thought about it, won't launch. Gets into the paint. Shot up, contact, no call. Newcastle gets the loose rebound, though. There was all kinds of contact on that drive by Megan. Piper knocked out of her hands again. Lanzer, top of the key, right side. Megan loose. Here's a 3 off the mark. Mallory can't get it, but Lanzer does and scores. That is Lanzer's 10th point of the ball game, and head coach Lindsay Shaw says, I want a timeout. We'll do the same. 26-18 is your score. Trojans' 8-point lead is their largest. We'll come back with more Lady Trojans basketball after this timeout.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially...
Back we are, Lorenzo Pettiford, Ryan James, Lady Trojans basketball. And at the 6-minute and 4-second mark, the Trojans have opened up their 8-point lead here in the second quarter, 26-18. Oh, Megan loose almost with another steal. Sotelo almost with the walk. Yeah, there you go. He thought about letting her get away with it and said, no, that was obvious. Lorenzo's right there grading me. That's a travel. And he calls the third turnover in the quarter. 6th of the ball game on the Royals. Newcastle can go up by 10 with the regular field goal, by 11 with the 3. Piper Arthur with the rock. To the right side to Emily loose. Top of the key, Megan. Left corner, it is Carly Lanzer. Lanzer guarded by Sotelo. Lanzer now, Megan loose with it. Megan throws it out to sister Emily. Right side to Arthur. Arthur will launch a 3. Oh, just short. Looked good all the way. Instead, the Royals get their 5th rebound. Cook quickly down the court, gets knocked out of her hands. Good help defense by the Lady Trojans there, as Mackenzie Cook, who is a scorer, again averaging 26 a ball game, was looking to do something there on that left penetration drive move. 5:15 left before we take the halftime break. Trojans up 8. Sotelo left corner. Now it is Trackwell with the 3, no good. Rebound, Eastern Hancock. That rebound went to Cooley, and she'll be fouled by Carly Lanzer. That is Lanzer's first foul, the team's second here in the second quarter. The Royals have yet to commit a team foul in the second quarter. Trojans have the 8-point lead, 26-18. They'll throw it inbounds, left side, 3, no good. Rebound will go off of a Royal player and be Newcastle basketball. We have exactly 5 minutes left here in the first half. Clock is moving. Royals have stayed in this 2-3 zone exclusively the entire first half. Here is Mallory Owens with the rock. Mallory will lose it. Third turnover on Newcastle. Here's Cook, three from the right side, no good. Rebound. Almost Trojans.
Number 2, Bella Sotelo, that is her second. First on the Royals.
So Newcastle will bring it down the court with still their same 8-point lead, 26-18 that we've been stuck on here for a few minutes. Newcastle almost throws it away. Arthur gets it back. Here is Emily Luce, left side to Lanzer. Lanzer left baseline drive, tries to get it to Owens, and she will turn it over. Here is Sotelo from the right side, turnaround shot, and she will travel. 8th turnover. That's their 5th in the quarter.
Hey, 31, Carly, get on the free throw line. 31, Megan on the wing.
3 minutes, 50 seconds left here in this first half. Trojans up 26-18. Mallory into the paint. Left-handed attempt was blocked, but she'll go to the line because that was a hard left-handed foul. And Cooley will get her first, the team second here in the second quarter, and the 71% free throw shooter Lanzer's back at the line. She was 2 for 2 in the opening quarter. Now she is 3 for 3 for the first half. She will have one more to try to give Newcastle a double-digit lead. Right now it's at 9, make it 10. 10-point lead for the Trojans. 28-18. 3:35 left in this first half. Cool, make that Judd with the basketball. Forces up a wild one. Rebound Newcastle. Lanzer quickly across the timeline. Right side. It's Megan Luce. She lost it, gets it back, and she will be fouled by number 14. That is Kirsten Judd. That is Judd's second, the team's third, with 3 minutes and 21 seconds left. Owens catches the inbounds pass, goes to Lanzer in the right corner. Lanzer double teamed, in trouble, but tries to get out of trouble beautifully. Throws it to Mallory in the paint, almost lost it, but Newcastle now will settle down. Emily Luce, left side to Megan Luce. 3 minutes exactly remain in the first half. Trojans up 10, being patient and looking for a good one here. Piper Arthur's 3 off the mark, and there's Megan Luce with the offensive rebound and putback. Megan having a great first half. She's got 12 points. Her and Carly Lanzer are tied for game-high honors. 30-18, 12-point lead for Newcastle is their largest. .231 left in the first half. Arthur will commit that foul. That is her second. And the team's third. The Royals will inbounds underneath their own basket. They throw it out to Cook, who has yet to score a field goal, averaging 26 a ball game. She throws it inside, almost lost. Sotelo from the left side, no good. Lanzer with the 10th rebound. Carly across the timeline. Here's Emily Luce. Backing it out to Carly. A deep one off the mark, no good. And there's going to be Owens and Judd fighting for position on that right block. And they're going to call Mallory Owens with the foul. That will be Mallory's second, the team's fourth. That will also count as a turnover, technically. And Mallory is checked out. Checking in for the first time tonight is number 20, Madeline Raymond, the 5'8 junior. 12-point lead for Newcastle, by far their largest here in the first half. Megan Luce with the steal. That's their 9th turnover. They've got 6 turnovers in this quarter, and they almost turned it right back over. And Sotelo going for the steal will grab Lanzer's arm, and that is going to be their 4th team foul. That is Sotelo's 3rd foul. That is big for her. She'll come out and set the final 1 minute 52 seconds. Number 21, Clara Wallace will check in, the 5'5 junior. 30-18, Trojans up 12, 152 left in the first half. Emily Luce, high right side, dribbles to the left wing. Guarded by Trackwell. Now Lanzer comes over and takes over responsibilities. Carly, as the Royals have now gone man-to-man for the first time. Lanzer into the paint. Gets it knocked out of her hands, and the Bobby Jones quickly calls a timeout with 1 minute 30 seconds left. We'll take one as well. You know what? We're going to keep this timeout here and take care of our good sponsors like McDonald's. They're located at 1720 South Memorial Drive in beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. When it comes to tasty breakfasts and delicious burgers and the world-famous fries, everybody loves the McDonald's fries. You got to go to McDonald's, right? 1720 South Memorial Drive here in beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. McDonald's, the place to be to make your family happily. So, again, the Indiana Hoosiers will be in the national championship game this Monday night for the college football final game of the year. Number 10, Miami, taking on number 1, IU. Come on, Hoosiers, let's get it done. So here we go with 1:30 left in this first half. Newcastle will inbounds to Emily Luce. Carly needs to move to the top of the key. Now she does. You heard Coach Bobby Jones say that. Carly Lanzer gets the ball poked away from her. It's going to stay Trojans basketball. Emily Luce on the take, sets up Madeline Raymond beautifully. How about the playmaking skills of Emily Luce? Seen her do that all year long. Such a good playmaker. 32-18, a 14-point lead. Well, it's back down to 12. Newcastle got it as high as 14 in this first half, but that field goal by Wallace cuts it right back down to 12. 40 seconds left in the first half. Carly Lanzer, high left side. Dribbles to the top of the key. Goes high right side to Emily Luce. Emily with Piper Arthur now taking over. 25 seconds left here in the first half. Lanzer into the paint. She gets reached in upon, no call. Megan Luce with the rock. Now with 15 seconds left. Lanzer has it with 10. 7 seconds. Emily Luce. Megan Luce. Oh, and it gets knocked out of Megan Luce's hand right before the end of the first half, and that's how it will end. On the Lady Trojan scoreboard, the Lady Trojans will go into their halftime locker room leading the number 11th ranked in 2A basketball Eastern Hancock Royals by a score of 32-20. We're now going to take our end of the half timeout break. We'll gather up some stats and we'll get you some halftime stats here, and we'll look at some NBA scores, some college basketball, all that and more during our halftime show. The Lady Trojans lead 32-20. Back with our halftime show right after. We're going to actually play the commissioner's report. I'm going to get to that commissioner's report here. Go to my trusty phone. Well, we don't have the commissioner's report handy. There we go. Bear with us, folks. We're almost there. Here comes the commissioner's report. And my phone will not want to download it for some reason tonight. So we may just go to a regular commercial break. We'll try it one more time.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Commissioner Paul Neidig.
One final time in 2025, welcome to the Commissioner's Corner, our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA. That's Paul Neidig. I'm Brendan King. Paul, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and soon to be a Happy New Year to you, my man. Hey, when you think about 2025, just in general, what comes to mind for you in the IHSAA for a full breakdown of the year?
Well, I think anytime we end a year, we look back and celebrate the highlights. And I think anytime, from my perspective, we have student athletes that get to grow up in an education-based athletic system with coaches who truly care about their well-being, but also challenge them to be in growth mindset where they continue to get better. They learn lessons. They learn things that they can take through with the rest of their life. And it's not always fun. It's not always easy, but it's also valuable. And I would challenge anybody that's out there that's doing great things with their life as an education-based athlete. I think they would all contribute the lessons that they've learned when they were in high school to their success in their adult careers.
And I know you guys are constantly meeting together at the IHSAA, talking about how you can improve things, talking about how things can change for the positive, directly impacting kids' lives. But yeah, in terms of goal setting, Paul, from year to year for 2026, and I understand that, the summer is kind of the time from academic year to academic year. But is there any specific goal setting that you guys embark on for a new year like 2026 coming up?
Well, we constantly talk about how to make the organization better. To make it better, we have to have appropriate rules and regulations to support an education-based athletic system. So we're constantly reviewing the bylaws of the association. We're constantly reviewing where we need to be in the future. We constantly look at what's going on across the country at the collegiate level and even at the high school level to see how we can continue to evolve and maintain our mission. We just released our annual report, and we do have an enduring mission of education-based athletics, but we also understand that has to continue to evolve to be relevant. And we've been in that same kind of growth mindset since 1903, and we're going to continue to be there this next year. And I'm sure it'll be met with some changes that match what our educational environments are within our local high schools.
Paul, anytime folks are at games, of course, a huge part of any IHSAA sporting event are the officials and the referees. And, you and I talk about it a lot, but, for anybody out there who attends a game and says, you know what, this is a way I think I could give back to my community. What do you say to them about, hey, make the jump, take the chance, become an official here in 2026?
Well, I would challenge anybody that loved the game, that really wants to get back. And a lot of people do it through coaching, and they do it through spectator. But a great way to do it is officiating. And, it's a tough job at times, but it's also rewarding because the companionship among other officials is something that it's just incredible. They get along, they support each other, and we don't great officials who wanted to get back to the game, and that is still today. And I would challenge anybody that if they've ever been inclined to do so, now is a great time in 2026 to sign up and become an official. And it doesn't have to be at the varsity level. Maybe that would be the goal. But a lot of our officials are licensed through our system. They just get back at the youth level, and we're wonderful. We're supportive of that also. But get out there, become an official, and get back to the game we all learn to love.
And Paul, last thing, not just becoming an official, but just attending sporting events, supporting your local community. I hear you on the commercials all the time. Buy a ticket, support your local school. At the end of the day, that makes a huge difference.
It does. Local high schools in Indiana run their athletic departments based upon the people who buy tickets to go to their game. It's so important. And other states are different, but Indiana is unique, and we like it that way because the primary way that they buy uniforms and buy meals for the kids and support their fun to be able to support the kids is through buying a ticket. So I want to challenge everybody, 2026, if you haven't been in a while, get out there, buy a ticket, go to your local high school and watch a game because you will enjoy that dollar that you spend as much as any professional or any collegiate athlete or any collegiate opportunity that you get to. And so get out there and watch those kids.
Thanks for listening to the Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
All right, back we are here inside the field house in beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. Lorenzo Pettiford, Ryan James, glad to have you on board with us for tonight's high school basketball matchup featuring our Lady Trojans, who are in the halftime locker room with a nice lead of 32-20. Newcastle with that 12-point lead. Played some good basketball right out of the gate. They led 21-15 at the end of the first quarter. And I'll turn around here so Ryan James and yours truly, all the fans, can see me. So here we go. Lorenzo Pettiford, Ryan James behind the camera. Glad to have you on board for Lady Trojans basketball. So again, the Lady Trojans led at the end of the first quarter, 21-15, behind the strong efforts of Carly Lancer and Emily Luce as far as scoring. Lancer finished the first quarter with 8, Megan Luce with 7, and then in the second quarter, Carly Lancer and Megan Luce finished up the first half, I should say, leading the team in scoring with 12 each. Emily Luce has 2 points and several assists. Mallory Owens hit one of her 2 free throws. She's got 1 point. Alana Orr hit her first trifecta in the opening quarter before getting into foul trouble and having to sit most of that first half. She's got 3. And off the bench, Madeline Raymond contributed a layup on a beautiful feed from Emily Luce. For the Royals of Eastern Hancock, they were led in scoring by Bella Sotelo, who averages 12. Well, she has 9 at the half. By the way, their leading offensive weapon, Mackenzie Cook, who averages 26 a ball game, did not score a field goal in the first half, but she did go 3 out of 4 from the free throw line, so she has 3. Becca Cooley has 3. Clara Wallace off the bench had a field goal in the second quarter, and Addison Trackwell has a trifecta. She's got 3. That is their 20 points. Newcastle out-rebounded the Royals 10-6 on my card, and the Royals had 9 first-half turnovers. Newcastle had 5. The Royals, who averaged 60 points a ball game, are well below that halfway point going into the halftime locker room. They need to be around 30 to be close to their average of 60. Newcastle held them to 20 points. This team, 4 times this year, the Royals of Eastern Hancock have scored 75 or more, including the high at Westdale, folks, 92-8. 92-8 was the score at Westdale. So the Trojans defense as well as the offense put together 2 solid quarters of first half play. Head coach Bobby Jones and his Lady Trojans know that they're going to have to put together 2 more solid quarters in this second half to try to get their 9th victory of the year. And quite honestly, pull off the upset against even though they're in 2A basketball, they're pretty much in the top 10. They're a good team. They're 12-4, averaging over 60 points a ball game. This would be an upset if the Trojans win. So Newcastle up 12, 2 more quarters to try to secure this lead and get their 9th victory. It will be Trojans basketball coming out of the halftime locker room. So out there for Newcastle, it's the Luce twins, Mallory Owens, Carly Lanza, and Alana Orr. For the Royals, Mackenzie Cook, Bella Sotelo, Kirsten Judd, Aubrey Whittington, and Addison Trackwell. Newcastle's first touch in the second half. Lanzer to the free throw line. Left side to Orr. Orr gets to the free throw line. Right side to Emily Luce. Kind of a weave action coming out of the halftime locker room. Bounce pass into Mallory Owens. She almost lost it. She gives it back to Emily Luce. And now they say Lanzer traveled. Huh. First turnover of the quarter, 6 in the ball game for Newcastle. Almost a steal by Megan. This is actually Cooley's out there to start the second half. I said earlier it was Whittington, but Cooley, the freshman, getting the start. Cook, spin move in the paint, off balance, no good, Luce with the rebound, Megan style. Megan across the timeline to Mallory Owens, coming in from the right side, shot up, no good, gets her own rebound, goes back up, no good. Lanza goes back up. She gets hammered from behind, no call. It's going to stay Newcastle basketball. At times, these refs have let some play go. That one there, I thought the Trojans deserved to be at the line, but they did not see it that way. Lanza throws it all the way up top to Megan Luce. You got Joe Clayton, Joe Brewer, and Ryan Bard, the three men wearing the black and white stripes tonight. We have yet to see any points in the second half. Lanza, pump fake, shot up, and foul by Cook. Lanza going to work in the paint. She is 4 for 4 from the charity stripe tonight. She has just earned 2 more. That foul will be the second on Mackenzie Cook. And here's the 71% free throw shooter, Lanza. First one's up and good. Carly will have one more, trying to give Newcastle their 14-point lead, which is tied their largest. They got up 14 in that second quarter, and as soon as they got up 14, the Royals scored a field goal to knock it back down to 12. That was the halftime score, 12-point lead. Right now, Newcastle up 14. Here's a three, left corner, no good. Megan Luce with another rebound. Emily Luce across the timeline. Penetrating move, bounce pass to Mallory Owens. Shot up, no good, but she was fouled. Emily Luce, the playmaker, setting up Mallory Owens good again on that right block. Third foul on Cook. And Mallory Owens, who is shooting 68%, 1 out of 2 in the first half. This one is up and good. Mallory's got one more. This would give the Trojans a 16-point lead. Their largest if Mallory converts here. And off the mark, Carly Lanza, offensive rebound, and it's good. Carly Lanza, big-time rebound there. Gives Trojan a 17-point lead, their largest. Inside they go to Cook. She will miss from point-blank range. Not her night so far. $17-point lead Trojans, 37-20. Lanza, left corner, three by Orr, short. Lanza with another rebound and a putback. That's back-to-back offensive rebounds by Carly, and the Trojans' 19-point lead is their largest. Sotelo off balance three, that's short. Lanza is just rebounding on both ends of the court right now. And with the 19-point lead, Bobby Jones says, let's get set in our offense. We want good looks here. Lanza to Emily Luce. Emily looks over this defense, goes left wing to Lanza. Carly to Megan Luce. Right side, it is Emily. Down low to Lanza on the right block. She'll back it out. Or top of the key, right side to Lancer. Under the 5-minute mark we go, left in the third. I like this patience by Newcastle. Up 19, you want a good look. 4:45 to play in the third. Carly gives it to Emily Luce. Now it is Mallory Owens, top of the key, left wing to Lancer. 4:30 to play third quarter. Lancer cutting on the right block, up and good. Nice pass, by the way, from Mallory Owens to a cutting Carly Lancer. Head coach Lindsey Shaw says, I need a timeout. We'll do the same. 4:25 left in the third quarter. Trojans up 21 now, 41-20. Back after this timeout.
X's and O's. Playing high school football has taught me respect for my coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field, too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
Back inside the fieldhouse in beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. The Trojans are up 21 as the Royals have yet to score in this third quarter, while Newcastle has put up 2, 4, 6, 8 points by Carly Lancer, and Mallory Owens has the other point. Here is the Royals coming out of their timeout with the pumpkin. Right corner three, look for Cooley, it's good. This freshman hit a trifecta in the opening quarter. She shot 73 and only made 12 this season. That's 16%. But she's 2 out of 3 here tonight. And she's got a good form. She's just been off to obviously a horrible start this year. But with that form and the release, you could see why head coach Shaw doesn't mind that freshman shooting. Mallory Owens in the paint. Down the right side, she'll be pushed. Now, there have been a lot stronger push. I'm glad they called it, but Mallory had a direct beeline to the basket. She was going to score. She did score, but they'll wave off the basket, give Judd her third foul. Could have did without that whistle that time, is what I'm saying. Took away Mallory Owens' 2 points. 41-23. Emily Luce. Now to sister Megan Luce. Right side to Carly. Carly will go top of the key to Orr. Left wing, this is Megan Luce. Here's Owens. Free throw line. Orr. Newcastle moving the ball good around this until they lost it there. Stolen by Sotelo. Off to the races. She goes. She misses the layup. Cook will get the rebound. She misses it. Back up and scores. Her first field goal of the ball game. It took her 2:55 in the third. (41-25). Almost another steal by the Royals. Here's Lancer, left baseline. 2:25 left in this third quarter. Lancer, right side Orr. Three is good. Alana Orr with her second trifecta in the ball game. Hit one in the opening quarter before she got into foul trouble. 44-25, 19-point lead for Newcastle. Right corner, Cooley, threes in the air, good. Wow, she's going to come to Newcastle to get out of her shooting slump. She's now made 3 trifectas after going 12 out of 73 coming into tonight. That's 16%. She's shooting about 65% here tonight. Or did not take that 3. She had room to. Instead, she'll take a long 2 at the free throw line area. No good. Rebound, Royals. And Emily Luce will get that steal. That's their 10th turnover. Lanzer. Down the right side lane. Pump fake shot up. No call. Newcastle gets the loose ball out to Emily Luce, and that 3 is good. Emily Luce knocks down her 4th trifecta of the year. 47-28, 19-point lead for Newcastle. Trackwell, no good. Lanzer, another rebound. And, she gets tied up in the back court. Alternating the arrow will keep it with the Royals. Alana Orr and Mallory Owens has checked out. Madeline Raymond and Piper Arthur has checked in for our Trojans. Royals basketball underneath their own basket. Cook will inbounds. Out to Cooley. Cooley into the paint. Throws it out to number 30 who was checked in. That is Whittington. Here's Cook on a nice left-handed take. Gets her 2nd field goal of the contest. 17-point lead for the Lady Trojans. Under the 30-second mark we go, 3rd quarter. Piper Arthur. Arthur has yet to score tonight. High right side, Emily Luce. Luce, Arthur, left wing. Now Megan Luce, top of the key with 10 seconds. Emily Luce into the paint, and the ball gets knocked away off of the Trojans. 2nd turnover in the quarter, 7th of the ball game. Cook with 2 seconds left will not get it off in time. And that's how the 3rd quarter will end with the Newcastle Trojans 47 and the Royals 30. So we'll take our end of the 3rd quarter break, come back with the all-important 4th and final quarter. You are listening to Lady Trojans basketball on the Nash 102.5 app, NashFM1025.com, and, of course, our video stream on YouTube. Type in the NC Trojans Report. So a quick timeout, back with that all-important 4th and final.
Playing high school football has taught me respect for my coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field, too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
Back we are for the 4th and final quarter. Lorenzo Pettiford, Ryan James on hand to bring you Lady Trojans basketball. Trojans will start the 4th quarter with a 17-point lead. They led by 12 at the half, so they've increased it by 5, but they led by as many as 19 in that 3rd quarter. They might have got to 21. Madeline Raymond with the missed shot and the rebound. The first in the quarter, 11th of the ball game. Quickly down to a Royal player. That is 30 who missed the layup, Whittington. Newcastle dominating the glass tonight. I've got them 18-12 over the Royals. Emily Luce. Right side to Lanzer. 47-30 is how we started this fourth quarter. Neither team has scored yet. Lanzer into the paint, attacking the rim, will be fouled. And they're going to say that she was in the act of shooting. That is Claire Wallace's first, the team's first, and going to the line for the fourth time tonight. She's been in every quarter. Carly Lanzer, first free throws up, good. She was 2 for 2 in the first, 2 for 2 in the second, 2 for 2 in the third, and she hits her first here in the fourth, trying to go 2 for 2 here. And she does. 2 for 2 in every quarter. That's 8 for 8 from the free throw line for Newcastle and Carly Lanzer. 3 or 4. Trojans are now 12 of 14 from the free throw line as a team. Cook, tough shot, no good. Megan Luce with the rebound. What a job they've done on Cook here. They'll try to go to Mallory Owens, and by the time she gets the ball, she steps on the end line. That is Newcastle's first turnover in the quarter, 8th of the ball game. The Royals have 10 turnovers so far in the game themselves. 6:30 left in the ball game. Trojans up 19 again. That either ties their high. I can't remember if they got in the 20. There's a turnover on the Royals. First in the quarter, 11 of the ball game. Newcastle might have been up 21 at one point, but I know they got to 19 several times. Peyton Blessinger has checked in for the first time and out. Checking out will be Piper Arthur. Blessinger comes in, averaging about 2 points a ball game, but shooting 44% from the arc, 60% from the line. Oh, a nice strip by Cook in the backcourt on Megan Luce. That is the second turnover in the quarter on Newcastle, 9th of the ball game. Now Emily Luce with the basketball as the Royals are doing some full court pressure. Now Megan Luce. Down low to Mallory Owens on the right block. Mallory left corner to Peyton Blessinger. 3 is good. I like this junior, Peyton Blessinger. 44% from out there. Quickly down the court of the Royals. They missed the shot. Getting the rebound was Mallory Owens. She gets tied up. Alternate arrow will keep it with the Royals. Addison Trackwell will check in for the Royals. Checking out will be number 30, Lauren Whittington. So here's Trackwell to inbounds. Trying to get it to Cook. They throw it all the way out to Cook, and Emily Luce will get that loose ball to Lanza from the left side and score. 12th turnover on the Royals, second in the quarter. Lanza with their first field goal in the fourth quarter. And Newcastle fell asleep defensively, leading Trackwell open underneath the basket. 54-34, 20-point lead for Newcastle. They've been up by as many as 22. That was just a few seconds ago. Emily Luce with the rock. Into the paint. Bounce pass to Mallory Owens. She misses it, and then Carly Lanzer will miss the rebound putback. Nice pass by Emily Luce setting up Mallory. Cook going to take from the right side. Will get the right to shoot 2 free throws. That foul will be on Mallory Owens, her third. Team's first here in the fourth quarter. And Cook, the 79% free throw shooter. 3 out of 4 tonight. We'll have 2 here. Hits her first. That is her 8th point after only having 3 at the half. She's now scored 5 here in the second half. She will have 1 more to go for point number 9. And she's got it. 54-36. Under the 5-minute mark, we are left in the ball game. Sotelo and Bobby Jones, Coach Bobby right there on the spot, calls a timeout before Newcastle lost it. And we'll keep this timeout here and read some of the good sponsors that bring you Lady Trojans basketball, like Duty Calls Plumbing, 490 Indiana Avenue in beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. They're family-owned and operated, folks, and if you need high-quality plumbing solutions, then simply call the experts at Duty Calls Plumbing, 765-310-1333. Ultra Dry is located at 209 West Main Street in Mount Summit, Indiana. They'll give you free consultations when you need help with water damage restoration, fire damage restoration, smoke and soot removal, biohazard removal and cleanup. Ultra Dry, 209 West Main Street in Mount Summit, Indiana. You can call them at 765-836-5005 for your free consultation. Newcastle will inbound up 54-36. 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Clock is ticking left in this ball game. Trojans trying to get victory number 9. Here's Lanzer on the left wing. Guarded by Cook. Lanzer will keep her dribble alive. 4:20 left. Clock is ticking in the ball game. Carly gives it to Emily loose. Emily will take over with 4:10 left. Guarded by Sotelo is Emily loose. Now Lanzer's got it. Under the 4-minute mark we are. 3:55. Clock is ticking. Newcastle working a lot of clock. Emily loose into the paint. And she gets it knocked out of her hands. It'll stay Trojans basketball. 3:43 left in the ball game. Trojans are up the 18 points, 54-36. Emily will get fouled. Take your pick, either on Cook or Sotelo. And they will go to Sotelo. That will be Sotelo's 4th. One more and she'll be done for the night. 3:35 left in the ball game. Lanzer, high right side. Comes all the way to the high left side. Guarded by Cook is Lanzer. Carly underneath the basket, just dribbling and wasting time here when you're up 18. Now Emily loose. 3:10 left in the ball game. Guarded by Sotelo. And there is the body bump. Judd bumping Emily loose out of bounds. It's going to be their 3rd team foul. That is Judd's 4th, by the way. So Sotelo and Kirsten Judd, each with 4 fouls out there for the Royals. They have 3 team fouls. It's going to take a couple more to send Newcastle to the line. 3 minutes exactly remaining in the contest. Lanzer, high right side. Lanzer in the right corner and setting up Mallory Owens, and Mallory will score. Good job. Carly Lanzer setting up Mallory Owens for an easy 2. Back to a 20-point lead. 2:35 left in the ball game. Trackwell's 3 is going to be short and out of bounds. It will be Newcastle basketball. Lana Orr will come back in for our Lady Trojans. Peyton Blessinger, who knocked down the 3 ball in that 4th quarter, will check out. Emily Luce getting bumped in the backcourt. Left corner Orr, 3's in the air, good. That is Alana's 3rd trifecta of the ball game. She's got 9 points. And Lindsay Shaw wants to call a timeout. We'll do the same. 2:12 left in the ball game. Trojans up 59-36. Back with the final 2 minutes and 12 seconds after this. T.O.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
Back we are inside the field house in an always beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. Lorenzo Pettiford, glad to have you on board. We will be back for a girls and boys varsity doubleheader this Friday night at Greenfield. So our pregame show will start about 5:40, and the girls will tip off at 6 o'clock at Greenfield. And then immediately following the girls' game will be the boys taking the court on Friday night. So we love the girls and boys varsity doubleheaders. That will happen this Friday at Greenfield. Here, it's all Lady Trojans on their home court, 59-36, 2:12 left in the ball game. And Newcastle will come out and commit a turnover on the Royals. As the Royals' 13th turnover, third in the quarter. Newcastle has 9 in the ball game. Briscoe, the freshman, has checked in. She gets fouled. They don't call that. Come on. She was slapped all on the arm, was the freshman Briscoe inside. That's going to count, unfortunately, as a turnover. Lee with the nice rebound, who was checked in for Newcastle. Addison Lee, the 5'10" freshman. I was going to say Addison is obviously not 5'4". She's a 5'10" freshman. She's going to be a player as well. 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the ball game. They throw a pass to Addison Lee, and she was held. That's going to be the 4th foul on the Royals. Number 3. Let's check out that number. I don't have a 3 on my. We don't have a number 3 in the program for the Royals. She committed that foul. Here we go. Piper Arthur with the pumpkin. 1:10 left in the ball game. Addison Lee out to Blessinger. Is open but will not launch. She would normally take that 3. That open from the top of the key. Here's Arper down the left side lane. That's blocked. Briscoe with the rebound back up. It's missed. Addison Lee's got it back up. It's missed. And the Royals will clear it out. And the Royals lose it trying to clear it out and commits their 14th turnover. And now they will commit their 5th foul and send Peyton Blessinger to the line. Peyton Blessinger, 3 out of 5 on the season, 60%. She's knocked down a 3 ball in this quarter, and she will miss her first free throw attempt. She will have one more. Trojans are 12 out of 15 tonight. She will miss that one. Rebound, Briscoe back up, and she's fouled. She will finally get to the free throw line, and she deserves to be there. She's had a couple times they fouled her tonight. Briscoe has made her only free throw on this season. She's 1 for 1. She'll have 2 here. Trying to give Newcastle their 60th point, and she does. Briscoe still 100% free throw shooter. 2 for 2 now. Three for 3. Good form, good release. Only a freshman. 61-36. 25-point lead by the Trojans, and the Royals turn it over for the 15th time. So, it's official. The Lady Trojans have won their 9th game of the year, and the Royals have just lost their 5th game of the year. And going in from the right side is Sotelo. That's only their 2nd field goal in the quarter. Arthur has it knocked away by Sotelo. It's going to be Newcastle basketball with 10 seconds left. Got to like the efforts of Sotelo. She just doesn't stop. Team's down 61-38. She's out there full court pressing. So Arthur officially doesn't have to go across the timeline. There was 10 seconds left, and there's the end of the game. The Lady Trojans will win 61-38 to win their 9th game of the season. They're 9-7 now, and the Royals are 12-5, only their 5th loss. Newcastle, again, will be Lady Trojans back in action this Friday for the girls and boys varsity doubleheader at Greenfield. The next game for the Royals will be this Saturday as they will take on Edgewood. So we will take our end of the game timeout and come back and talk with head coach Bobby Jones in our post-game show. You are listening to Lady Trojans basketball on the Nash 102.5 app, NashFM1025.com.
More than excellent.
And, of course, we're streaming on YouTube. Just simply go to the NC Trojans Report. Back with our post-game show right after this.
Playing high school football has taught me respect for my coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field, too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
My name is Bobby. I'm a veteran and lost my leg to a roadside bomb. My victory was going from a wheelchair to becoming a weightlifting champion.
I'm Sam. I'm a veteran. My victory was finding a career I can be proud of and supporting my family.
America's veterans are on their most important tour, the tour of their lives.
I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission to help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
I'm a veteran, and my victory was finishing my education.
DAV offers veterans of all generations a lifetime of support for victories great and small.
My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
My victory was getting my service dog a new best friend.
We help more than 1 million veterans every year as they face and conquer their challenges.
My victory is being able to be there for my family.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
A tree can be a warrior, battling global challenges with greater courage. A tree can be a solution, cleaning our air, supporting our communities, and protecting our wildlife. A tree can be noble, growing hope in every corner of the world. That's why now is the time for trees. Millions of trees. Join our planting movement at arborday.org. Get on board.
The water is open. It's time to go boating and fishing and leave stress in our wake. Feel the wind as we ride and a fish on the line. reel in our first catch, and feel the sun at our backs. It's get out on the water season. It's time to get on board. Find out where to get on board near you. Visit Take Me Fishing and Discover Boating to learn more. And please recreate responsibly.
Get on board.
Since the moment you were born, I've made 1,000 wishes. Wishes for your future. In a world that's changing fast. For all of the things you may one day do play and laugh. So do win and lose. Do learn from your mistakes. And challenge yourself to grow. Do not be afraid. Or make decisions based in fear. Do it all with confidence and with kindness and strength. Do call your mom and ask her for advice. And always do your best to remember that no matter what you do in this life, what matters to me is that you keep doing. I love you always, Mom. Inspire kids to do at 4h.org.
Welcome back to the field house here in beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. Lorenzo Stafford. Glad to have you on board for our post-game show now as the Lady Trojans get their 9th victory of the season, beating the Lady Royals of Eastern Hancock by a final score of 61-38. What a great, outstanding performance on both ends of the court for our Lady Trojans. Head coach Bobby Jones, who should be joining us in our post-game show in just a few moments, got to be pleased with his Lady Trojans' effort tonight. After coming off a tough road loss to snap their 4-game win streak, 54-33 in their last outing, now the Newcastle Trojans get right back on the winning track, and they win 61-38. So some individual scoring. First of all, for the Eastern Hancock team, they were led in scoring by Mackenzie Cook, who will lead the team. No, I'm sorry, Bella Sotelo and Mackenzie Cook each had 11 points. Becca Cooley had 9. Claire Wallace had 2. And Addison Trackwell had 5. That is their 38 points. They went 5 out of 6 from the free throw line, all by Mackenzie Cook. She was the only one to shoot free throws for the Royals tonight. I had the Royals with 15 turnovers and 14 rebounds unofficially. So Newcastle out-rebounded them 27-14 on my card. And we'll get to Newcastle's individual scoring here in just a bit. But now that head coach Bobby Jones has joined us in our post-game show, we'll quickly go to him. And, Coach, I tell you what, this Lady Trojans team tonight, we're ready to go right out of the gate, Coach. You put up 21 points. You lead 21-15 at the end of the first quarter.
Well, if you're not ready to play at the beginning of the game against a team that's got Mackenzie Cook, then we could very easily be on the other end of the stick.
Yeah.
But I thought our girls were focused, energized, ready to go, played good defense the entire game, really tried to slow her down and made her earn everything. Every time she caught the ball, we tried to be in her face. I thought we really did a good job of keeping her off the boards. Carly really crashed the boards hard tonight.
Yes.
And most of the time, Cook was guarding her. So Carly's beating her to the basket, which we all knew she could do. And we've told her all year long, hey, there's nobody to keep you off the boards when you want to rebound. And I think she had 11 or 12 rebounds tonight, and to go along with, 24 points? So
yeah.
Carly Lancer can do that every night if she wants. But it was a good team effort. I thought we played hard. I thought that's as hard as we've played up to this point in the season. And just everybody came in and did a nice job.
Yes.
Piper came in and handled the ball, played great defense.
Yep.
Alana knocked down shots. Peyton came in and knocked down shots.
Yep.
And played some good defense. It was just a really, really good team effort. I'm happy for the girls.
At the end of the first half, you go into the locker room up 12, 32-20. You outscored them 11-5 in that second quarter. And like you said, it was just a good team effort. Megan Luce stepped up for you in the first half. Her and Carly were tied at 12 points each to lead you in scoring. And I thought it was important once Alana picked up the 2 fouls that you keep that lead, you maintain it, and you actually build on it going in the locker room 32-20. What are you talking to your girls at halftime about?
Well, the first thing we talked about was leaving a few points out there in the basket. A couple times we didn't execute on an out-of-bounds play, and tried to run a couple zone sets and didn't execute. So we felt like being up 12 wasn't good enough. I mean, they got Cook's tough, and Sotelo is tough. And I really felt like I was a little disappointed at halftime because I felt like we should be up 15, 16, 17 points. But we talked about that, and then we talked about, hey, it's 0-0. Don't take your foot off the pedal and keep playing hard. We're going to make mistakes. They're going to make a run, but you got to play hard. And I felt like for 4 quarters that we played extremely hard, and that was the difference in the game. When you walk out onto the floor and you tell yourself, hey, we're not going to let her score, and we're going to own the boards, and then you go out and do it, now you know what you're capable of doing, and that should be the standard every game anyway. So it was nice to see our girls focus for 4 quarters. That's the second time that we have made the girls do the scouting report. They did the scouting report for Shelbyville, and they gutted that game out, and then we made them do the scouting report for Eastern Hancock. We watched, as coaches, we watched film, and we knew what they could do, but we wanted to see if the players were going to be focused, and they did the scouting report, and I'll tell you, that was a pretty good scouting report.
That's good. I love that. Coach, you mentioned Cook several times. She's averaging 26 a ball game. She did not score her first field goal until, I got it written down here, about 2:55 in the third quarter when she got her first field goal. She scored another one later on in that quarter. And then as far as field goals, that was it.
Yeah.
She was 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. Don't make that 5 out of 6 from the free throw line and only 2 field goals. I mean, you couldn't have drawn up a better defensive plan that you and the girls executed out there tonight on her.
Piper did a great job. Alana did a great job. Carly did a great job. I think Emily was on her for a few possessions too. And they did a good job of talking themselves through the ball screens that they set for her.
Yeah.
She's fast.
Yeah.
And she can handle the ball going both ways. And she can score in a multitude of ways. And, we had to face guard her. That's how much respect we've got for Mackenzie Cook. I mean, she is a phenomenal basketball player. And I told the girls after the game, I said, after her senior year, she will be an Indiana All-Star. She's got my vote.
Oh, yeah.
But, for us to come out as a team and stay focused on her, there was a couple times in the third quarter, I knew what they were doing. They were trying to post her up and get her to the free throw line. And I look up, and Piper's fronting her. Megan's behind her. Mallory's to her right, and Emily's kind of sink down in there. We had 4 people on her, and they couldn't get her the ball.
Yeah.
So that's just a credit to our girls focusing on what the main objective is. If we can slow her down, then we've got a chance to win the game. And I just felt like they had some girls step up and make some shots that, we want the other girls shooting the ball. We want somebody else to beat us. They just came up a little short, and because we kept attacking.
If some people are coming into this gym possibly knowing about Cook and some chatter that's behind her name, averaging 26 a ball game, they come in this arena tonight and watch her play, they're probably thinking, oh, she's not that good of a player. But it was
she's
good. Yeah, you and I both know. But and maybe we catch a little bit of an off night. But again, the Lady Trojans defense was that good tonight as well.
Yeah, and we have to be good on defense, and we have to be able to rebound. You're going to have nights where we've been there.
Yeah.
East Central.
Yeah.
Last week we couldn't throw it in the ocean if we were sitting on the beach, and we came out in the second half and played them even. But you got to be able to make shots. But if you're not making shots, your defense and your rebounding are going to keep you in a game. Tonight we were making shots. So when you put the two together, it's a pretty good recipe for success.
This team, 4 times, they've been 75 or more points scoring. They average 60 points a ball game, which is pretty impressive by itself. And, of course, a lot of us know the Westdale score, which I don't know how it got that out of hand. But nonetheless, 92-8 was that final. I mean, again, your defense, I can't can't say enough about what they did tonight. And I think your girls like winning. Now they had that 4-game winning streak snapped. They said, "Hey, let's get back on the winning track tonight on our home court."
It's a mentality, it's a mentality and a culture that you've got to change. And our girls have done a fantastic job of buying in to the way that we want to build this program and do things the right way and play hard. And, I'm not the easiest coach on them. I'm hard on them and I push them, but I also know what they're capable of doing. And I told Carly when she came out of the game tonight, I said, I know you probably had 20 or so points, but I'm more impressed in the way you went after the ball every time it was shot on both ends. Yeah. Offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding. I thought tonight was Carly's most complete basketball game.
I agree.
Just in all aspects. And, Megan and Emily did a great job of handling the ball up top. And I feel bad when I can't get Emily out of the game because she plays 32 minutes almost every game, and she gets tired. But even when she's tired, she takes care of the basketball for the most part. I think we only had 8 or 9 turnovers tonight.
She gets everybody set up in the right spot. She's so good at penetrating and setting. She set up Mallory several times on the block. She set up Madeline Raymond's only 2 points. I mean, I call her the playmaker because that's what she is.
That's exactly what she is. She's a facilitator. She knows where we need to get the ball. It seems like she's always on target and on time.
Yeah.
With her passes, and just both of them, Megan and Emily, great additions to our team this year. And Alana's starting to heat up from 3. Peyton shooting the ball well. Piper's playing really good defense. It's just there's a lot of things going on right now that are headed in the right direction, and I fully believe that by the time that sectional rolls around, we're going to be playing some pretty good basketball.
I don't think anybody wants to play you game one. In fact, I know that's the case. But another great spot, 14 out of 16 from the line tonight, led by Carly, 8 of 8. She made 2 free throws in every quarter, and so her percentage from 71 should be jumping up some. But again, that's where you want to be, around that 15-plus free throws, where you're 14 out of 16 tonight.
Yeah, I think Mallory stepped the line, too, and hit some big free throws, too. I mean, wasn't able to finish the layup, but got fouled and knocked down the free throws. So just a great team win. I'm really, really proud of the girls.
And Kinley Briscoe stays perfect.
Yep.
She came in 1 for 1. She makes 2 more in the fourth quarter. Yep. She's 3 for 3. She was fouled several times, but the referees had some weird, sometimes they would call it and sometimes they wouldn't moments. But nonetheless, it didn't end up hurting you at all for the most part, with a nice, comfortable lead throughout.
It's just nice to get her and Addie Lee and Aubrey and Peyton some more minutes, and Maddie Raymond more minutes. It's just going to do nothing but help them in the long run, and for them to go out there and continue to play physical and have no drop off defensively is really, really nice to see. They're going to, as far as Kinley and Addie and Aubrey go, they're going to have 3 great years of basketball these next 3 years, and we're really looking forward to it.
So back to Hoosier Heritage Conference basketball this Friday, girls and boys varsity doubleheader. We'll get started with our pregame show roughly around 5:40ish this Friday, and the girls will tip off at 6 o'clock. Real quick, Coach, what do we know about Greenfield and what's going to take to get a win in the Hoosier Heritage Conference this Friday night?
Well, their schedule is very deceiving. They play a tough schedule, or their record's very deceiving, but they play a really tough schedule. So, really don't pay much attention to their record. They've got a couple really quick guards. We got to go over there. That's a tough place to play, tough place to win. When you have a win like this over a quality basketball team like Eastern Hancock, you always worry about, hey, is this going to be a letdown? Are we going to have the same focus the next 2 days in practice that we had the last 4 days leading up to the Eastern Hancock game? So we're going to have to play well. I mean, Greenfield Central is a physical team, and they've got some shooters, so it's hopefully a game that we can go over there and win and get 2 wins. Set the tone for the night, and hopefully the boys can go over and get a win too.
All right. Well, thanks for coming out in our post-game chat. Super job. Great game plan tonight, Coach. Wow. They're looking good, Coach. You got them looking good.
We're getting there.
All right.
Thanks.
That's it, Coach Bobby Jones of our Green Mean Fighting Lady Trojan Machine. And now, just to finish up some things for our stats. First of all, for the Newcastle Trojans, Carly Lanzer leads the team in scoring with 24 points. Emily Luce has 5. Megan Luce has 12. Mallory Owens with 4 points. Alana Orr with 9 points. Peyton Blessinger had a trifecta. She's got 3 points. And Kinley Briscoe knocked down both of her free throws. She's got 2 points. Newcastle out-rebounded the Royals 27-14. And that will be our final score. I got a surprise visitor here with me. How we doing there, partner?
I'm doing pretty good. How about
you? Enjoy the Lady Trojans' victory tonight?
I do enjoy it. But you know what I really enjoy most? I'll tell these listeners out there, is I really enjoy you. There's a lot of times I'm not able to make a ball game, because I drive the bus.
Yeah, you drive the bus for the Trojans.
I drive the bus. I try to get every game I can, but I got to share the wealth with the other drivers. But I just wanted to tell you and the viewers that are listening out there, I've been a Trojan man my whole life.
That's right.
Even before I started driving a school bus, and I followed the Trojans. I followed it from I graduated from here in 1986. And, I've seen a lot of coaches over the years.
Yep.
But something happened here last Saturday night that's just been so inspiring. It still really touches me. But not only did it touch me, it touched every student in our school system. Kids on the school bus have been talking about this. People in the community have been talking about it that saw my post. I posted it on Facebook. Anybody follows Tim Dingus on Facebook, look up my Facebook post. Got to give credit to Coach Luce.
Oh, yeah. What job he's doing already.
Yeah, I had the privilege, before I tell you about the Saturday game, I had the privilege to drive the Newcastle Trojans over to Richmond, and you guys were there for that. Great job on the NC Trojan Report. People see that. But that game at Richmond, I tell you what, the kids had a really tough matchup, as you know, with the Richmond defense.
Absolutely.
I don't know what number 34 for Richmond was. You may recall his name. But he was all over M&M, as you call him, Mason Miller. Yeah. And he was in his face the whole game. And, at the end of that game, the coach and them got on the school bus and stuff. And, of course, I don't usually say a whole lot, at the time. I let the coach do his thing. And,
right.
But when we got back here to the field house, I asked the coach, I said, Coach, you care if I say a few words? And he goes, oh, absolutely, go ahead. So I got on my PA system and congratulated the guys on their awesome win, not just with the varsity, but with the JV as well.
Yep.
But our kids played really hard on that night.
They did.
And I told them, I said, for you to be able to hold your composure, when you got somebody closer than what me and you are, and they're up in your face, and they're yelling at you, the defenders are yelling at you like, And, but, I told them, I said, guys, I got to give you credit for that. That was a class act. That was a class act all the way. I don't care how you look at it.
Yeah.
When you got somebody screaming at you in your face like that, and to be able to hold your composure, but yet still make points and you do a good job. You came out with a victory.
That's the main thing.
Yeah, came out with a victory at Richmond. It was a rough game, but the Trojans pulled it off.
Yep.
But that Connorsville game was just amazing. And, we had, I don't know, what was it, 10, 12-point lead there?
Yeah.
At one
at
point.
least, yep.
But at the end of the game, Connorsville came back and kind of made us a little nervous, some of us Trojan spectators out here. 42-41, I think was the final, right? But Coach Luce did a great job. But, I got to give credit to Coach Luce. He's coming in here. This is his first year as head coach. And I tell you what, he's done a great job. And
he is.
I just told him tonight, I went up at the halftime of this girls' game, as you guys just watched. But I went up there at halftime, and I told the coach, I said, Coach, can I talk with you a minute? I said, I got to share a few things with you. And he goes, well, what's going on? He calls me Tim. And I said, well, Coach, I said, you've really inspired not just me, but you've inspired this community. I said, what you did at the end of that varsity basketball game was just amazing. The game was great. But what you did at the end, that was an all-time great moment here at the field house. I watched Sam Alford and Coach Bennett and several other coaches, over the years, and different coaches with our girls and boys. But I've never seen a head coach at the end of a ball game go over to our high school band. And as you know, I don't know if you know, but I travel with our high school band here at the school.
Yep.
I take them to all their competitions and
Yep.
I'm real, I'm real close with all of our students, but the band's really special. I take them to the marching season and help, mentor them and stuff. But the coach went over there and gave the band director a high five, and I tell you what, it was just emotional. I was sitting over there by the band that night, but what he did with those students was just absolutely amazing. He's got not only his team behind him, he's got his whole student body behind him now. And he had that already, but that was like it
really energized him even that much more.
Yeah,
I agree.
I mean, it really was. And so I posted about it online. I encourage people to go out there and look at it because it was so inspiring, and that video has been shared. I didn't shoot the video. Somebody in the band shot it and posted it on our Trojan TMB band report thing.
Okay, I have to look at that myself.
Yeah, look it up, and you might even see you over here on the sideline doing your thing. But anyway, I just wanted to call and share that with your viewers and listeners and you and staff. And you do an awesome job.
Tim, you're too kind, and we appreciate your kind words. And I know Coach Luce does as well. And I couldn't agree with you anymore. He has really brought a lot of passion and a lot of energy, and he never sits on the sideline. I mean, he's always up and down going, telling the crowds to get in it, telling the band, let's go. And I mean, he's just if you stand by him for 30 seconds, you're automatically energized.
Now, I don't know if I told you this or not, but they actually won 3 times on last Friday at Richmond. You know, they won their JV.
Yeah.
They won their varsity, and yet they also won on bus 26 because, I drive bus 26. I tell my kids, it don't matter what the scoreboard is. If you go out there and you play hard, you do the best you can do, you listen to your coach, but yet you did the best you can do, you're always a winner. Remember that. So when you get on my school bus, you're a winner. So I congratulate them on their triple win and stuff. So, I want to throw that out there because, the kids are always winner to me. Winning's great. We always want to win.
Oh, yeah.
But, years down the road, you'll remember more of the fun time you had on the school bus, going back and forth to the ball games and things like that, things that are behind the scenes of the ball game. So I'm hoping that our students will always remember the fun times. I almost got choked up there, but they'll always remember those fun times on the bus. And I've been so honored here at Newcastle. This is my 4th year driving our Newcastle Trojans, not just the basketball, but all of our sporting events here at the facility. And so many nights, or so many times at senior nights, the students honor me. So I want to thank all those students out there that have recognized me as their bus driver and things and the memories they've shared because it's special to me. And that's what I want it to be for them when they're with me. So,
absolutely.
But thank you for letting me come down and have a few minutes with you. And Coach Luce, if you're listening to this, keep going. I can't wait to see what you're going to do at year 25 here for the Newcastle program. And you keep doing what you do, man.
I appreciate it, Tim.
I love
always good seeing you, man.
Yes. And this fella right behind you, I want to give him credit. He's the one that actually told me about you. This is my nephew, Trace.
Yes, right.
He said, Tim, you got to get on there to NC. I said, what's it called? He said, the NC Trojan Report. And so that's how I learned about the streaming. So I'll let you get back to finish your program. So, hey, thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. That's Tim, the Trojans, famous Trojans bus driver. We appreciate him coming by and saying some kind words about Coach Luce and even yours truly, Lorenzo Pettiford. All right, for a final time, the Lady Trojans win 61-38. Carly Lanzer leads the team in scoring with 24. Megan Luce had 12. Emily Luce 5. Mallory Owens 4. Alana Orr 9. Peyton Blessinger off the bench with 3. Kinley Briscoe makes both of her free throws. She stays perfect on the season. She had 2 points, and Madeline Raymond also had a field goal. She's got 2. For a final time again, the Lady Trojans win 61-38. We'll be back in action this Friday as the Lady Trojans and the boys varsity Trojans team on the same court against the Greenfield High School. This Friday, our Lady Trojans will start off at 6 o'clock. Immediately following the Lady Trojans at 6 o'clock will be the boys and Matt Luce. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll see you Friday night from Greenfield.